This place was no less than a hell. In the name of food, people were treated like animals. There was only cold stone floor to sleep on. The walls were stained with blood of old prisoners, those who had given up their lives here. A dirty drain flowed nearby, the stench of which was unbearable. Rajiv was now completely broken from inside. He tore his prison uniform in anger and grief. He wanted to make a rope out of clothes so that he could kill himself, but the cloth was so weak that the rope could not be made. His attempt to die also failed. In despair, he hit his head on the wall, due to which blood started flowing, and his eyes slowly started closing. Just then, a moth came flying and started circling near him. Then it sat on a bowl kept nearby. As soon as Rajiv picked up the bowl, the moth sat on the spoon, as if saying, "Eat food." Rajiv remembered his wife. Before going to jail, he was a senior police officer. He had so much work that he could not even meet his wife properly. Then one day a monster entered his house and attacked his wife. Rajiv had heard her screams on the phone. Without wasting time, he drove the car. Breaking the traffic, he reached home, but it was too late. His wife was lying soaked in blood. Rajiv risked his life and caught that monster and took him to the court. But what happened in the court was even more terrifying. The accused's family had bought the judge. The judge made the excuse of lack of evidence and released the accused. Rajiv's wife's murderer was laughing in front of his eyes. Rajiv's anger burst out. First, he snatched the pistol of the court guard. Then in front of everyone, he shot that monster. Now he had taken revenge. But committing murder inside the court was a big insult to the law. He was sentenced to life imprisonment and was sent to the country's most dangerous jail. As soon as he reached the jail, the jailer threw out the body of a prisoner to show his power. And it was said, "Whoever thinks of running away will have this fate." On the very first day, all the belongings of the prisoners were snatched. The jailer saw Rajiv's wedding ring. When Rajiv refused to give it, he punched him hard and snatched the ring. Here, not only belongings are snatched, the prisoners who looked innocent and young were used like beasts. Rajiv's cellmate, his name was Lily. The guards dragged him away at midnight because Balbir, the big gang leader of the jail, had given money to the guards. He reminded Rajiv of his wife's murderer. In anger, Rajiv punched Balbir. There was a fierce fight, but only Rajiv was punished. He was put in the dungeon. This is where his real hell started. But this time Rajiv promised himself, now he will not give up just like that. After a few days, he was shifted to another cell. But this time his roommate was a man who had already killed 3 people. The guard warned him, if you want to stay alive, pay money and get your cell changed. Rajiv took whatever was left to the guard, but the guard said, this is not enough. Rajiv understood that he was being fooled, but he was forced to keep quiet. Time passed. Rajiv came to know that there are 3 gangs in this jail. All 3 keep fighting with each other secretly. Balbir, with whom Rajiv had fought, was the leader of one of those gangs. He was also the fighting champion of the jail. The jailer had started a fighting tournament in the jail. Through this, the enmity of the prisoners was resolved, and money was also earned. Whoever won, he got respect. Whoever lost, he was killed. Rajiv understood that he had fallen in with the wrong people. The very next day, while going to work, Balbir's men beat him very badly. The guards stood nearby and watched the spectacle. Rajiv was again put in a black cell. Due to rain, the cell started filling with water, due to which the dirt increased even more. There was nothing left to live on, but this time Rajiv did not give up. Instead, he started preparing himself from there.